If you're wondering how to soundproof a door, come along with me. I'm gonna attempt to soundproof my door, so let's figure it out together. This is gonna be impromptu, like on the fly DIY, so let's do it. A lot of time the weak points are your windows and your doors, and in my case, I don't care about this window. I don't care about sound getting out over there or coming in because it doesn't bother me, but going out the door is a problem because people sleep there and I'd like to be able to work at night. And I've done some modifications to it. I have this kind of ghetto acoustic panel on it, and there was a big air gap out right here, so I did put some plywood in it. I'll probably make that, you know, more even later. That does close the air gap quite a bit, and I tested it before, and that did reduce the sound bleed a little bit, but it wasn't enough. And the real problem is this crappy door. You know, this panel doesn't do anything for soundproofing. This type of absorption material, which is basically just compressed fiberglass that I use, or rock wool, you could use it. That type of material only absorbs the sound and keeps it from reflecting inside the room, so that cuts your reverb down. That doesn't actually sound isolate or soundproof. So we're gonna beef up these doors and see what happens. And the way to do it is just add mass. We're gonna take the panel off and we're gonna add layers of drywall onto here. You know, this door is too hollow, and then this whole handle thing is a problem because it leaks air. We're gonna experiment, we'll see, and then put some handles that just stick out, you know, like that. Let's do some sound tests. Let's put some drywall on. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so it wasn't actually that much work. I'm sweating because our air conditioning unit also broke today. So, but the door feels a lot heavier. So let's do a sound test and let's see what good that did. So now that there's 3 layers of drywall on the door, let's do a sound test and see how that sounds right now. One thing I noticed, we have about 8 to 9 dB reduction with 3 layers, so it's about 3 dB per sheet of drywall. So that's pretty good. We got it down to the 40 dB area. I want a little more isolation, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is put on 2 more layers of drywall, and hopefully we'll get down to 35 standing just outside the door, and hopefully that will really get our sound isolation requirements good for what I want to do. So let's go put those 2 layers on now. So I've added a 4th layer of gypsum board drywall to the door, and I was going to add a 5th, but I decided to stop at 4 because 2 reasons. One, the door's starting to get so heavy that I'm hearing the hinges start to squeak a little, so I want to play it safe. I don't want to break my door and have to start this whole process again with a new door, so I'm going to stop at 4. The other reason was I didn't see any increase in isolation between 3 layers and 4 layers. So I think it's kind of like a law of diminishing returns. The first pieces of drywall that you add are going to make the most difference, and as you add subsequent layers is going to require more and more weight to get the same effect that you got in the beginning. So what I decided to do was add drywall to the other doors in the house, so then that way there's more mass between each barrier. So I'm learning as I go with this project, and it's kind of take things as they come. Also, I managed to pick up these really cool industrial kind of looking door handles from my local hardware store. So I'm gonna install them with these humongous screws, and that way you won't get locked on the inside of the room. So I think they're gonna be pretty cool. So let's install those now. Also, for safety, this door is really heavy, so I don't want my little boy to get trapped in it. So whenever the door's open, I'm gonna install this big hook. Let's look at the final product here. I'll take you through what I did. Added these cool little handles, and like I said, only 4 layers, but that was quite a bit. I added this safety feature because we have a little kid, so you don't want this heavy door that weighs probably more than 200 pounds now to come crashing in on him, you know. So I put a hook there and have a little chain that's bolted in, and you know, this door, while it might not win any awards for aesthetics and the way it looks, it definitely gets the job done. In the beginning, we were hearing 80 dB there at the listening position. We got it down to 40, 39, 40 range with 4 sheets of drywall. That still wasn't enough for me, so let me take you in here. So I'll show you what I did. I did that to the other doors. I did that to the hallway door, and I did that to our bedroom door. And now you really can't hear anything, and I'll demo that for you in a second. But first, I'll show you the safety features. I added some little handles here too. 4 layers of drywall on the interior door to the bedroom as well. So, and now I have this little chain system. Because we use this door quite a lot, it's kind of double redundant. So we have one that lets us kind of limit it there, and then if we want it wide open, we have another one. And then now that's 2 chains, and so that won't slam on anybody by accident. Let me show you guys what it's like walking into the studio from here, because you don't hear anything here, right? So let's see what's it like in there once we open these doors. Come inside. It's pretty loud. We could do another sound test. Stay in here and I'll scream. Can you hear me now? How about now? Hey, yo. Yo, yo, what's going on? Overall, I'm pretty happy with the turnout of the project. It was a lot of work, but that gypsum board, you know, drywall material is really cheap. It's like $3, $4 a sheet here. So you might be asking me, some people ask me, why didn't you just put new doors that are heavier, like a heavy steel door or a heavy solid wood door, instead of doing all this? Well, you know, number one, that's very expensive to buy new doors. Number two, this is kind of a rental, so it's more temporary. And number three, that gypsum stuff is really heavy, cheap, and easy to work with. You just cut it with a razor blade, and it's pretty simple. So it's a good DIY kind of solution to just add as much weight onto those doors as you can and try to seal up all the little holes in the door, because in our case, this building is made out of, either solid poured concrete or concrete blocks, so that's already pretty sound isolating. So our doors and windows are the main problems. So if you have any questions about this and you're trying to do your own doors, let me know in the comments below. How did you do your door for your own studio or house or situation? I want to know how you guys did it in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. Please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, because I'm really trying to grow the channel and it really helps me a lot. I appreciate it. I do these videos for you guys to help you out, so just show me some love down there.